Hey guys, it's Miss Allison. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Alright, so the next piece is our introductory paragraphs, and there are 3 pieces we need to know to make these paragraphs successful. They are hook, BK, and thesis. Now, there is a song and dance that I like to do. For this, I will not make you stand at your computer and do it right now, but I like to think of it as that song that we think about, like we learned at summer camp and stuff. I go, I said a hook, BK, thesis, and that kind of helps me remember my intro paragraphs, okay? Excellent. So when we're thinking about an essay in general, I like to think of Jolly Ranchers, the most delicious candy, and I like to think of it on its side. So like in this picture here, notice the shape of the wrapper and then the candy. The wrapper starts really big, and then it gets smaller. We have kind of a slender shape of our candy, and then it goes the opposite direction. It goes small to big. That is what our essay is going to do. So we start with big, general, broad topics, and we get smaller and more specific into our text, whatever we're writing about. Our paragraphs are going to follow that. We're thinking about the text, and then down here, we flip it on its head, right? So we got to do the opposite, just like a Jolly Rancher wrapper. We start still specific about the text, and we move into something bigger and broader, okay? So when I talk about Jolly Ranchers, that's the shape that we're thinking about. You could also maybe eat one while we're talking about it, right? That's delicious. But we're thinking about I start big, I get smaller. Specific, 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 and then at the end I can move a little bit bigger. So let's think about that when we're looking at our intro paragraph. Here's an example. We're going to look at it first and then teach into this. This is from our mentor text. Helen Keller once said, "Alone we can do so little, together we can do so much." In the novella Seed Folks by Paul Fleischman, the people of Gibb Street are transformed from coexisting neighbors into a strong community, all through a makeshift community garden that each character contributes to. Although many of the neighbors on Gibb Street contribute to the garden, the most notable contributions come from Kim, Wendell, and Leona. All right? So this is our whole intro paragraph right here. Let's talk a little bit about each piece and how it works. The very first thing is our hook. I always make this pink. This is the way that you are hooking the reader, right? Getting their attention. It's also called an opener, but it's really a super important statement. It's the big part of our Jolly Rancher wrapper. It is the part that's going to get your reader involved, get your reader ready to go for your essay. Think about all of the things that there are in this world to read and to look at. Your job is to say, hey, you, come here and read this, without actually doing that, because you can't, right? With your words, you got to pull them in, okay? So there's a couple different ways that we can do this. There could be some sort of interesting fact, maybe some global context, global meaning thinking bigger than just my text, but my topic. In this case, it's community, right? Or contributions. You could use a simile or metaphor. This is a really powerful place to use figurative language. You can use a quotation like we did in our example. An anecdote, that's just a quick short story, so you could maybe describe Kim planting the garden, or a rhetorical question. This could just be something that raises thought about your topic that gets the reader interested, okay? Whatever you do, guys, make sure that it really matches the rest of your paragraph. Most of the time, this is going to be actually the last thing that you write, so we'll learn it first, but you might go back and change this later. That's 100% fine. So here you can see again, I said, Helen Keller once said, alone we can do so little, together we can do so much. And that's going to get me interested in wondering, what is this essay about? Where are we going? All right? Awesome, guys. Things to think about. Try really hard to not do these things. Now, we are new to writing these, so like if you do, it's okay, right? But we're going to challenge ourselves a little to stay outside of these. Don't just say one word, community. What is that? Okay, so try and avoid that. Don't just announce your intentions. We should not be using I in my paper anymore, right? We did that in elementary school, but not anymore, so it isn't going to say, I am going to tell you. Let's not do that. Let's get a little more creative with our words, okay? Don't go all the way back to the very beginning of time. I know that's kind of a fun way to do it, but can be a little extreme in our exaggerations, right? Try not to use superlatives, so everyone knows, or the best and the worst. That just leaves us a little too broad. We do need to be broad, but it's a little too broad, okay? Again, don't just go straight into it of like, this is my topic and here's what I'm going to say. Be creative, be artful in the way you do it. You could use it, sometimes we use dictionary definitions. We're going to try and avoid those and push ourselves a little bit past that. Let's see what works best for you though, okay? So I know that's a lot of lists of like don'ts, but let's try it now. Go ahead and pause this video. Take 2 minutes to try and write what you can for your opener, your hook, keeping in mind this will probably change and that's okay. All right, take a couple minutes, do that, and come back. All right, guys, fantastic. So hopefully you were able to write your opener or hook. Whatever you have is great. Just have something down for now. Remember, we're thinking more about the topic, which is contributions to the garden, way that they've impacted characters. Whatever your prompt is asking you to do, that's your overall topic. Now we're thinking about that Jolly Rancher wrapper. We're getting a little more specific now. So we're going to go deeper into our text. We need to have background knowledge. I call it BK, okay? So this is going to show your reader what they need to know to understand this. And your paper specifically, like what do we need to know? If I have never read Seed Folks or I've never heard of Give Street, give me a 1 to 2 sentence kind of blast of what I need to know, okay? And we really try to include what we call tag here, the title, author, genre. That's going to help your reader get grounded a little bit and know what you're talking about. So let's look at what that could be in ours. Here it says, in the novella, so I know that it's a novella, Seed Folks, title, by Paul Fleischman, author, so that's my tag, T-A-G, title, author, genre. The people of Gibb Street are transformed from coexisting neighbors into a strong community, all through the makeshift community garden that each character contributes to. So guys, this talks about characters contributing, who are they, where are they, brief overview. You do not need to retell the entire story of Seed Folks of like, first this girl Kim went out and planted, and then Anna was spying on her, and Wendell was not like, no, that's too much. Just what do we need to know? We're still big-ish, we're getting smaller, okay? So hopefully that's helpful. Take 2 minutes now, pause this video, go draft your own BK. Go back, use the slide, use mine as an example, use that as a template, fill it out for yourself. Okay? Fantastic. All right, guys, and then the final part of our paragraph, if we're thinking about that Jolly Rancher wrapper, now we're here, where it's about to connect to the candy. That's small. It's very specific to our topic or to what we're trying to say and answer that prompt, okay? So now we're going to think about this as like a big topic sentence. It's your thesis statement. So this is a single sentence that answers the prompt. It needs to take a position, right? So it needs to make sure that you could defend it. It's going to outline what you're primarily going to speak about. It indicates the organization, and it's going to kind of show where you're going. I like to think of it as kind of a roadmap. It's an overall view of where you're going, okay? Guys, thesis statements are really hard to write, so please don't panic if you're like, wait, what? Again, once you've written your paper, you'll probably want to go back and workshop this a little bit. I just want to give you this idea now to give yourself a bit of a heads up of where you're going, okay? So let's take a look here. There's a couple of things to think about as you're writing your thesis statement. Do I answer the prompt? That's going to be the biggest one, right? We need to make sure that whatever this is, it answers your prompt. Next, have you taken a position that could be arguable or could be proven, okay? And then finally, is your thesis statement specific enough? So it needs to address what the prompt is asking you to do without telling the whole story. I know that's a lot of rules, right? Okay, but let's look at the example. So although many of the neighbors on Gibb Street contribute to the garden, the most notable contributions come from Kim, Wendell, and Leona. If I go back to my prompt, I'm using the language from the prompt. I'm not going to talk about each and every one of them and their contributions yet, but I'm going to lead my reader to that using my thesis statement, okay? So once again, we're going to take a couple seconds here, pause this video, try and write your thesis statement. If it's not working well, that's okay. We will go back and fix it later, but for now, we're going to try really hard just to get this thesis statement out, and we can look at what we have. All right? Fantastic job, guys.